This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com. Welcome, and this is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is August 21st, 2020. This is show number 102. Well, finally, Nick, the dreaded Options X is over.
Yes, I'm so excited and happy to see it end. Next week, we can get back to normal trading without all the institutional game playing. This week, the volume was very, very light, but you saw a lot of stocks get whipped around, and I think a lot of it had to do with Options X. We see it every single month, and I'm glad to have it behind us.
Hey, so what's now? What comes after Option X? We've talked about it before, but
yeah. So now we'll get back to normal trading. Earnings season is also over, so now we get right back to the charts. We look at these charts. We look at the patterns that are forming. The one thing I will say, the trend is still up, but we have an election season that is right around the corner, and every day is a new adventure out here. So you have to just watch these charts pretty closely, and we'll see what we get from day to day.
Yeah. So anyways, so today we're up slightly.
Today we have the Dow up 70 points. We have the NASDAQ up about 44 points, and we have the S&P 500 index up a little bit as well. The one laggard, though, is the Russell 2000. That's down about 1% today. So we want to pay attention to that. I think a lot of it could have to do with options expiration. So we won't make much out of it, but we'll have to keep the Russell on the radar next week. Remember, the Russell represents small cap companies in the United States. So that's a big part of our economy. And you always want to see money going into the Russell. If the Russell shows leadership, that's a really good sign. It has been lately. Today it's retreating a little bit. It might just be Options X, though.
All right, so, hey, we get to gold and silver, and what's happening here?
Yeah, so today we have gold down basically $1 on the futures, not really a big deal. Silver futures today, at the moment, from what I could see here, let me just pull up my silver futures, just down about 1.5%. So, again, you have silver retreating a little bit more than gold. But you have the GLD down $1.48. That's more reflective of what goes on until 4 o'clock because the COMEX does close at 1:30. So we do have gold pulling back a little bit in the GLD. We have silver pulling back a little bit in the SLV. And then you have the futures down a little bit in both. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm in that camp that we're going to have that zigzag pattern down. I think that's still very much in play. And after that, I think then we start looking at alongside gold and silver.
Hey, So we got to get this out of the way, and you've mentioned this before, that it's a footprint of human nature.
Yeah, generally after you get a parabolic move, you're going to see some type of zigzag ABC structure on the way down. That means a leg down followed by another leg up, but that does not take out the prior high, and then it presumes with another leg down. And, these legs don't have to be big. But if you just take a look at, say, gold futures, a move down to 1850, 1825, that would be a very good opportunity to jump in on the long side.
Yeah. And really, we've been setting up for this thing for years, right? A sideways consolidation pattern in both metals. And here we are finally. And so how long do you think the consolidation, the pullback is gonna last here?
Well, if you think about it, we put a top in gold on the 7th of August, and really it hasn't gone down all that much. It's just been doing a lot of backing and filling. So, it's hard to say the timing aspect of it, but you want to coincide time and price it together if you can. That's going to give you the best risk reward to the upside. However, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So I'd like to see the low from the 12th of August get taken out. And then if we got into, that 1850, 18 and a quarter level, I do think that's probably where you start to nibble, so it doesn't have to be that long.
So we could be talking a matter of days here.
You could be talking a matter of days or a few weeks. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that far off. The trend is very, very strong. Just went parabolic. You got too far extended. And this is what happens when you get parabolic moves. And Again, there's nothing really wrong overall with the longer term picture of gold or silver. They're both very, very bullish going forward. But in the shorter run, yeah, they need to pull back more. And, sometimes they'll stay on the sidelines a little bit longer, but it doesn't have to be all that long.
All right. Well, I think we're going to make this a shorter one here since we're kind of in the dog days and it's Friday. You got work to do. So do I. Anyways, make sure you go take a look at Nick's site, inthemoneystocks.com, and there you will find his extensive trading record, proof positive that what Nick says actually works. You see a lot of other valuable trading educational information there at no cost to you. And the Twitter feeds are at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Your questions are always welcome. Just email us, kl@kerrylutz.com. And Nick, we will pick up with you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
You too, Kerry. Thank you.
And so concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Be sure to go to his website, inthemoneystocks.com. Don't forget the Twitter feeds at ITMS and at Nick Santiago01.